years now. I started in 2001 in my med school. So by profession, I'm internal medicine physician. I learned about Sahaj Yoga meditation back in Mumbai. And then I was in New York for a few years and came to Dallas. It's been a beautiful journey in Sahaj, all I can say. And all these years, it's been a blissful journey, learned a lot. I cannot imagine my life right now without Sahaj Yoga meditation. It's indeed, I would say, you go through all kinds of stress, ups and downs, but Sahaj Yoga is one thing that has kept me in balance, kept me joyful, have the purpose for which we are here. And obviously, we all know that Shri Mataji has given this beautiful gift to the humanity, and there's a lot to learn. So we are all in the same boat, even though I'm instructor here today, but each day is a learning for me as well. So as we go along, we learn. But thank you for being here, and thank you, Sangeeta, for having me here. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Gunjan. Yeah, you said the right thing. So we all are in the same boat. Every day is a learning, and we always have different issues each day. But
sure,
we just need to know how we have to surrender and work on it. Anybody else wants to share anything before we start? We still have a few.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Nisha. I'm from Jaipur. I've just recently learned Sahaj Yoga last 1 month. And whatever I have learned in this last 1 month, I'm very, very happy. I'm very calm, peaceful, and everything nice is happening. So thank you, Mataji, for bringing us all at this level.
Thank you, Nisha. That's so wonderful to hear.
Hey, Shri Mataji, my name is Rose, and I'm just my first time here. I was told by Patty to join morning meditation. I'm from Arizona as a council member, and I'm just happy to join all of y'all in meditation. Thank you.
Welcome, Rose. Nice to see you here.
Thank you.
So anybody else wants to share anything, or maybe ask any question if you have any questions? And how's your meditation going on? Are you able to meditate every day, at least for a few minutes? Lalita, Laura, Kadambari, Jay, Dragana, Monica. Don't be shy. Okay, we have 3 more minutes before we start because people are still joining. So I would still give them a few minutes to join. We can, maybe Gunjan, you can start some music and we can settle down in the meanwhile.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's, I think, will be a good idea. Thank you, Sangeeta. So I'll share my screen and we all can settle down while people are joining. Just take a few deep breaths wherever you are, sitting in a chair or on the floor, or you're outside on the green grass. Weather has been wonderful here in Texas. I'm not sure about you all. It seems like we are all from all over the world, and it's great to see this beautiful audience. So wherever you are, just take a moment to calm down. I'll share the screen in a moment. So I'll put some music on and we will begin shortly in a minute or so. So, hello and welcome to the Go Deeper meditation workshop. So, I assume that many of you have been practicing this meditation for some time, as has been told that it's an advanced class. So, if you roughly, I would like to know roughly like how many weeks have you been practicing? If you can put in the chat or just unmute yourself. So, I roughly get an idea what how many weeks you have been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation.
It's been a year for me, Gunjan.
Year for you. Okay, thank you for letting me know. And I see 1 year for Alan, 1 year, almost a year. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so seems like 6 weeks. Okay, so we have audience with 6 weeks as well. Okay, so I'll begin with this Go Deeper meditation workshop. We'll talk about different topics and then we will have a chance to meditate since it is 1.5 hours. Hope if you have any questions at any given point, please feel free to 6 weeks, been a year. Okay, thank you everyone. If you have any questions at given point, please feel free to unmute yourself and just let me know. And I'm going to touch on few topics, what are vibrations, how we can improve our vibratory sensitivity, what are the different techniques that we can use in our day-to-day meditation, and use of 5 elements. That is one of my topics that I really that is a very beautiful and deep topic, use of 5 elements, because ultimately we are made up of 5 elements. So how do we use those 5 elements for our day-to-day meditation in our clearing techniques? For many of us who have been practicing this meditation for many years now, it becomes a part and parcel of our being, like if we are feeling any catches or anything in our daily meditation, we know the techniques how to clear, and those are very easy. And thanks to Shimataji for giving us this knowledge of Sahaja Yoga meditation and introducing such simple techniques that we can use in our day-to-day life. So I will come to today's agenda that I think should be apt, but if there's anything beyond this agenda, anything else that you want me to cover, I'd be happy to do that. What are vibrations? Simple techniques to improve our vibrations. How do we stop overthinking? I think that's one of the biggest challenge we face in our day-to-day meditation. And no matter how many years or how many months we've been practicing for, stopping that thinking and achieving thoughtlessness is still a challenge, whether you are in US or in India, dealing with the challenge of especially living in information technology with all the knowledge that is constantly overflowing to us is indeed challenge. Dealing with depression, the COVID pandemic that has brought and is being challenging for so many of us. Day-to-day tips to improve our center. I'm going to touch a little bit on Muladhara Chakra because that is very important as a root foundation. And then we'll jump into the meditation. So what are vibrations? What exactly is vibrations that we are feeling in our day-to-day meditation? When we meditate, we feel the silence and we start feeling this flow of vibrations. These vibrations your inner knowledge, is the knowledge of the chakras that your hands start speaking. In fact, it is written in the scriptures, especially in the ancient countries, that your hands shall speak. And that is what the vibrations are. Vibrations is like inner decoding. So for example, like from medically, what you can say is like, you go to a doctor, he does tons of lab tests for you, he does investigations, he orders an x-ray, he orders a sonogram, and then he comes to a full report of diagnosis. Vibrations are something, the knowledge that your mother energy speaks. So your mother energy does the decoding for you. So she has the power to decode and let you know what is going inside of you. And that decoding language comes to you as a gift of vibrations. So it is your inner diagnosis of the chakras that is happening, that is taking place. And we all know about our subtle system. I'm not sure if I have to share the slide of the subtle system. I'll bring that in a moment. But our bodies have, and I'm sure many of you are aware, we have 7 chakras, 3 channels. Each of these chakras and channels are representative in our hands. I'll bring that picture in a moment, but we get these decoding on our fingertips. That is how this meditation works. That is how it reflects on our central nervous system. So medically speaking, and because this meditation is so scientific and evidence-based, nothing is a hype, nothing is illusionary. Everything is evidence-based. So you start feeling the flow of the energy in your fingertips that is flowing in your nervous system, that is flowing in your central nervous system. And we know that our body has 7 chakras. Those are the nerve bundles, the nerve plexus, the 3 channels, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. So our energy, mother energy, is deeply integrated or connected with the central nervous system. So once this energy gets activated, you start feeling those vibrations that we call, and I'm sure you've heard vibrations. We all talk, how are you feeling? How is your fingers showing anything? And in our day-to-day meditation, some days we'll feel, oh wow, I'm feeling so cool, I'm feeling relaxed, I can feel everything. But there are some days and you have a hectic day and you start feeling pinching. So you start feeling those vibrations in your hands. Now, I have also, because there is a chart of decoding, and I'll ask, I'll share myself. Maybe we should send it over in the emails where we can see which chakra corresponds to which finger. That decoding is very important in day to day, and eventually you learn about it. Maybe we can share it over the emails, but I will not go into that theoretical part because I want to really touch on the practical aspects. So my theory you can always find in books, but I would like to see how practically we can use these vibrations to correct ourselves, to correct our energy centers. My goal is today is to touch those practical aspects. So I'll send all the material part, the knowledge part over in the chat or in the email. So what happens if we are meditating and we are not able to feel the vibrations? Now, many people encounter this problem that we are meditating, we are feeling relaxed, our thoughts have calmed down, but we are not able to experience vibrations. So one thing definitely that I am sure everybody of you are aware of is daily meditation, and foot soaking is very important. And we are going to do foot soaking together. So getting deeper into, the more the strands of the Kundalini energy rise, the more sensitive you become to the vibrations. So imagine this Kundalini as a coiled energy with thousands and thousands of intertangled coils. So one day you meditate, your few coils rise. Another day you meditate, more and more coils rise. Eventually, the deeper you get in your meditation, the more the coils rise, and the more it becomes easier for this energy to flush out any imbalances. So it happens like a hose, when it is goes in a full force, all the dirt, all the mud, all the sticking around things just drop off. So that is how this energy works. The more we meditate, the more we feel the depth inside, the more and more strands of energy rise, and the more we are begin to experience the sensitivity in our hands. And if you're not feeling vibrations, obviously daily meditation is something that we have to do. But there are a few other things that we can use. I'm going to tell a few things about that. And then I'm going to take a pause and ask any questions and experiences that you might have. Foot soaking, importance of salt. So if you're not feeling vibrations and you're feeling a little bit left side, you can take some salt and rub it on your hands. Olive oil. Shri Mataji has herself recommended that you take some olive oil, rub it on your hands like this, and then set for meditation. Your hands become soft and you are able to feel the vibrations on the fingertips, because your fingertips need to become sensitive. So olive oil is a good measure. And I do have a slide where I talk about different kinds of oils that we use in Sahaja Yoga meditation. Rubbing oils on hands and head massage is very important. Head massage is another topic. I'm not going to cover that today, but yes, oil is good. And different types of oil I'm going to talk. Clear the Vishuddhi Chakra. This chakra is connected to your hands. If you think about it, the cervical plexus and the hands come from here. So your Vishuddhi Chakra, or the 5th energy center, the blue chakra, if you remember from the chakra chart. Sorry, I should have a chakra chart here, but that's fine. The blue energy center here is connected to your hands. So the more we clear ourselves, and clearing this center, which is made up of ether, is easy when you go just to the open sky and meditate. Just going to the open sky, keeping your hands open and meditating helps. Listen to Shimataji's talk. Sometimes you forget that how important is it to listen to Shimataji's talk. There is a very good collection of Shimataji's public program talks that she has given. There is definitely a great list, and I'll be happy to share the playlist with you. So keeping Shrimatiji's talks, obviously, because when she speaks, the vibrations flows. And if you keep the attention on Sahasrara Chakra and just listen to Shrimatiji's talk, all the energy centers start moving. We get the sensitivity in our hands and we are able to feel the vibrations. I'll take a pause here and I will ask for any questions, and then we'll meditate for a minute or so and listen to Shrimatiji's talk. Any questions at this point? See in the chat. Okay. I hope it makes sense. If I'm not sure, because this is my first time with this audience, so let me know if there's any questions, if it's not making sense, if anything that I need to clarify. All right. So let's settle down. We have already been meditating. If you know how to raise your energy, let's raise our energy. And I'll share a talk of Shrimataji in a bit. We can hear to Shrimataji's talk. But let us put ourselves in meditation, meditate for a minute or so, and then we'll continue with the workshop. Please raise your energy if you know how to do that, but I can show in a minute as well. All right, so we close our eyes. And this is how we raise our energy. For many of you would know, just tie one knot. Two knots. And then slowly raise your energy and bring it to 3 knots at the crown chakra, the 7th chakra. And then give yourself the rainbow shield. So it's 7 times corresponding to each chakra, the first energy center, the second energy center, the third, and you're giving protection to each one of yours, fourth, with the attention inside, 5, 6, and then 7. So with your attention completely inside, and then when we bow down our head in a namaskar pose and just thank our mother energy for being with us in the meditation. For those of us, namaste is a common word in India, but those of us who are here, we just thank our mother energy for helping us in this meditation by doing namaste pose. So we will keep our attention inside and listen to Shrimataji's talk.
Prepare yourself for that awakening by not preparing yourself. Be unprepared.
मतलब ऐसा हो गया
Be
मतलब ऐसा स्लैब ऐसा हो गया बेंड हो गया मतलब ये थोड़ा भी छोड़ दिया ना
just be simple.
पानी लीकेज कहीं पे पूरा
Be
वो हो
child.
जाएगा
Just that. Which is such a difficult thing, to be simple. No elaborations are needed. Nothing is needed. No preparations as such, except open your heart. Now, how will you open? Like that? Pay attention to your heart. Just pay attention to your heart. You'll be amazed if you start relating. Just bite your heart. The thawing starts as soon as you pay attention to it. tensions will drop off. And you will feel full peace. So those who saw yogis, who come to Sahaja Yoga, I didn't feel vibrations, should know that the fear that they have. Everybody thinks that there's a show on, like a dog show, like other shows. And they come with that idea. There's no show on. It's a thing that you have to achieve yourself, which you achieve that state automatically. Now this is about the Sahaja Yogis who feel that they do not feel any vibrations. Maybe sometimes it happens also in some places where the Vishuddhi Chakra is very bad, you don't feel any full peace. So it doesn't matter. As long as you feel peaceful, enjoy them. Why worry about the vibrations? I don't understand. What's the need? If it is not there, well and good. As long as you feel the peace of your spirit, you just put your hands to another person. Especially if you have been to some other gurus and some other meditation centers and all that, where you have been jumping morning till evening, see? You don't want to believe that Sahaja Yoga you get only by sitting quietly. Now there are ways and methods for improving your vibration. As you know, in Sahaja Yoga they are all described. For people who suffer from ego, I think best thing is to put your hands into the eyes, right hand. Maybe. It may work. Try it. But don't prepare. Just push your hand into eyes sometimes. It may work. And for people who suffer from superego, little bit burning your hand on the candle may help. Just try. Because the hands are not sensitive. So there is a heat or a cool too much. Either you are a frozen personality or you are a heated personality. You are not in the center. So if you are a frozen personality, better melt it a little bit. Try. I never said this before because half of you would have run away if I had said this. But don't burn it to have blisters, I am saying. Just a little bit, try to see that if you burn your finger, the sensitivity will increase. But someone is thinking just now that if you have both the problems, what do you do? There are permutations and combinations. Because if you get out of your ego, you have a big superego that comes up. And if you get after your superego, the ego comes. There, the attention has to be brought here. And Sahaja Yogis know what it is here to pick attention here. If you can keep your attention here, then you are above this. And if something drops out, it drops out forever because you are standing here. Say if I have a shawl and somehow I can jump onto that gallery and this shawl falls off, then I never have it, isn't it? Because I am there and the shawl is down. So the ascent must take place. If you do not ascend, how do you ascend? Is through your attention. Where is your attention? Ask yourself, where is my attention?
You're on mute, Gunjan.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there's a question in the chat.
Okay, what is the question? Can you tell me?
Other than going outside, what are the other ways to clear the Vishuddhi Chakra?
Thank you. That's a great question. I'll come to that. There are different kinds of oils that you can use to massage your Vishuddhi Chakra. The air element, yes, of course, but if you cannot go outside, rubbing salt, using some butter or ghee on the Vishuddhi Chakra, that also helps. I do have a slide in the end. I'll come in detail with that, but that's a great question. Thank you for asking. So now, as Shrimataji was telling about the use of, like the fire element or just putting your hands in the ice to make hands sensitive. So she was also talking about the use of 5 elements. The elements are natural elements. And of course, all of us enjoy, being around the seashore, clearing our chakras, doing a foot soak in the seawater. That's absolutely amazing. I mean, I'll tell you, I miss that here in Dallas. I wish I would be living in the city if you have sea around. We don't have here in Dallas where I live. So use of the water element. Use of water element is very important because water is one of the very important elements that we can use to clear our energy centers. And many of us who have been practicing foot soaking have seen that. Foot soaking is a great technique. Foot soaking. So let us do one thing. We talk about all these elements and then we'll come back to foot soaking and meditation. That might be a great idea. So using the water elements to clear your hands also, like when we wash our hands, so we clear our energy centers, we try to open our chakras in the hands. Foot soaking, of course, is the simplest and the most effective technique. And no matter how much you say about it, it's less because it's very effective for day-to-day meditation. Shrimataji has highly recommended foot soaking and daily foot soaks for clearing our energy centers. And that is the best way to clear our lower 3 energy centers. We all know about the setup of the foot soaking, but we can do this foot soaking exercise after we talk about a few more topics, and then we can prepare our foot soaking bowls and get the foot soaking ready. While talking about the 5 elements and talking about the water, drinking vibrated water is one another thing that can help your energy centers and bring nourishment, especially the 3rd chakra. Let me see if I can bring out the chart. Okay, here is it. Okay, I was looking for this chart. So the 3rd chakra, the Nabhi chakra, the one in green that you see here, it's highly effective. And the technique of foot soaking clears the energy center. 5 to 7 minutes every night is highly recommended. And this is how you prepare for the foot soak. We can come to that later and follow a few steps. Very simple and easy. And it helps, especially the lower 3 energy center. And the Nabhi chakra or the 3rd chakra is actually made up of water element. Now I'm going to talk about salt because we use salt for foot soaking, but the salt has other use also because salt actually helps this, the area that you see around the Nabhi chakra is the area called void. It helps that for that. So sometimes drinking mild salt water, but of course, if you have to check nothing in extreme. Whatever treatments we talk about, the main thing is to remain in balance because sometimes you get too identified with the treatments and we don't have to do that. So we have to use our discretion which treatment to use, whichever method we have to use. Salt represents the guru principle, the protector of dharma. Therefore, it has capacity to cleanse and re-establish dharma. If you cannot understand, the meaning of dharma is our own core principle. The dharma is the principle of sanctity that the void area is made up of. As in Shrimataji's talk, she has mentioned the void is covered with water, and in water there is salt, and the salt is nothing but dharma, according to Shrimataji's words. So salt is very important. We use it for foot soaking, we use it for clearing our chakras, and it is important to use a salt. Now, talking more about the water element, who does not enjoy to spend time in the nature, right? Spending some time in waterfalls or seashore. And it's good because you can spend some time clearing our energy center. As you, and in Shrimataji's words, she has said, as you have seen that water element is very good for treating people for lower chakras up to the heart chakra because water and salt can help you for Nabhi chakra. And because the salt is the earth element, what you call the essence of ocean, and the essence of ocean is in Bhavsagara. So Bhavsagara is the area that I was mentioning to you here around the Nabhi Chakra. So we can use salt water to clear our lower chakras. This is in words of Shrimataji, that how we can use salt water to clear our Nabhi Chakra. If you're privileged to being living on the seaside, please go ahead and do your foot soak in the ocean. That would be the best thing to do. You're lucky to have that privilege of living along the seashore. So you can use the salt water to your advantage, go deeper in the meditation. I personally like doing that. So definitely not ocean, but at least I have some lakesides here in Dallas. So we can do some foot soaks in the lakeside. That is one of the things, sometimes out in the nature, and you can help clear your energy centers. Mother Earth, wherever we are, we definitely have access to Mother Earth, and the green grass helps. So if you can just go out in a patio or wherever the green grass is and meditate on Mother Earth, it especially helps for the lower first chakra, the Mooladhara chakra, and it sucks out the imbalances. Mother Earth is very forgiving. She is very kind to clear our energy center. And talking more about Mother Earth, so what you have to do is just select an undisturbed place in nature, sit down, place both your palms on the lap. I'm not outside right now, but you can just place both your palms as shown in the picture here, this one, on the earth, and be just open. You don't have to worry, as Shrimataji was mentioning in the talk. Don't worry. We don't have to worry about too much. Just let Mother Earth do the job. Let Mother Earth absorb the negative energies. You don't worry which chakras are catching at that time, what is happening. Let Mother Earth do her job. Just surrender, at that time, just completely open to her caretaking response, because she's motherly. And then you can just put your attention on Mooladhara chakra. And walking barefoot also helps. So just walk if you get a chance, and if you feel it is safe for you, so you can just walk barefoot into the blue sky. So Mother Earth is one of the, like how blessed we are to have her around, because she gives us so much, and to have so much gratitude for her, so much of thankfulness and connectivity. It is amazing to see. And she helps clear our energy centers. We know everything comes from Mother Earth, but she helps our chakras as well. That is so amazing to hear, that she helps grow deeper in meditation, because if our Mooladhara is strong, we tend to feel in deeper state of vibrations. So as Shrimataji has mentioned, after realization, you do become subtle enough to feel the magnetic force of Mother Earth. Yes, you do. I can tell you in my experience of these many years in Sahaja Yoga, Mother Earth is very powerful element. She has that magnetic force, and you can start feeling and being sensitive to her. Just completely in complete gratitude and humble down yourself, and you will see her power flowing. It's amazing. So you can ask Mother Earth to take away the problems, to suck in your sins, as you call, or the negativities, and she'll suck it in for you. And to tell you, sometimes when nothing works, I just sit on Mother Earth. I absolutely personally love meditating on Mother Earth, and don't worry about any technique. Just sit down and let Mother Earth work for you. Oh, great. I have this slide here only about the oils, and I was going to talk about, as somebody asked, about how to clear your Vishuddhi Chakra. Oils are something that you commonly use in your meditation. Olive oil, Shrimataji, is highly recommended, but you can use other kinds of oil also to rub on your hands, to rub on the head. I'm not going to talk about head massage, but oil massage. You can put a little bit around Vishuddhi, especially the butter or the ghee. Almond oil is sometimes good, as Shrimataji has recommended, for your head. Coconut oil too for your head. Olive oil is not recommended for the head. So just remember that you can use olive oil for your hand massage, babies for the body massage. Massaging babies and everything is a separate topic in a whole, but at least you can use olive oil, but avoid for the head massage. So you don't use olive oil for the head massage. Coming to the air element, as I was mentioning, helps for the Vishuddhi Chakra, not able to feel the vibrations. So air element definitely helps when you can sit and meditate and look into the open sky. Simply meditating, enjoying the glory of the sky helps open out the Vishuddhi Chakra, the chakra here in blue. here, this one. So that helps because this chakra is made up of ether element. Even taking few deep breaths help because deep air is the element for the heart chakra. So it helps for the heart chakra as well. So any of these, so just meditate um, in the open sky, take a few deep breaths, and let the air and the ether element clear your Vishuddhi chakra. So this is how it helps. Looking into the sky, because when you look into the sky, your eyes become responsive and you can help clear the Vishuddhi chakra using the ether element. And putting oil and butter ghee in the Vishuddhi massage, a little bit oil and ghee in Vishuddhi also helps. Let us do some exercise to clear our left and right channels. And then we can talk about how to stop the overthinking that I was mentioning you. And this has been one of the topics that many of us would like to know, because we are living in modern world, information technology, social media is on a big time high. We're constantly flooded with information. So how do we stop that overthinking, stop that unnecessary noise that goes on, and clear our centers? As we know, we can take a moment and let's us just relax ourselves. I put some music so we can meditate for a minute or two, clearing our left and right side as shown in the picture. So I'll just put some music and we can meditate and clear our left and right side. Let us take a moment. I hope you can still my voice over the music. If there is any problem, please let me know. And we take our right hand towards Mother Earth. Request Mother Energy to clear the left channel. For a minute or so. Now we can bring our left hand back on the lap, right hand back on the lap, and we can work left hand towards the sky, shown in the picture, and meditate for a minute, gently close. We can slowly open our eyes and bring both the hands in the lap. And this is how we can clear our left and right channels. Simple technique that we can do to clear our left and right channel and bring ourselves to balance. So here we used the Mother Earth element to clear our left side and the air element to clear our right side. And this is a very simple technique in our foot soaking while meditating outside. We can use these two elements to clear our left and right side. So coming to the topic of unable to stop thinking. And at this point, I'll take a pause actually, because I feel like been doing too long. Let me check in the chat. Sorry, any questions at this point, or should we continue?
You mentioned about drinking vibrated water. How do we vibrate water before drinking?
So what you can do is take a glass of water, and with your hands, you can just do 3 times. Good question, actually. Oh, I have a glass with me. So you take some water here and you can just vibrate it 3 times like this, clockwise, and just vibrate it. Or the second technique is that if you have already Shimatagi's altar in place set up, something like that, like, I can show in the picture. Give me a second. So if you have a place for meditation where you're meditating, where you have Shimataji's altar, where you light a candle and meditate, there you can put your glass of water. You can, don't use your own drinking glass, just use some new glass that you can use for specifically vibrating water near Shimataji's altar. If you don't already have a place for meditation, you can just vibrate it. The second way is to just keep it in your altar for some time. I'll come to this topic of making a place for meditation. This was one of my last slides, but thank you for asking me and bringing this topic here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So how do we stop the thinking? How do we stop the overactivity of the brain? So many of us are dealing this challenge. And as we mentioned, spending time in nature definitely helps. Spend some time in nature, spend some time away from this device that is, all the information and everything, the phone, that is most distracting. So spend some time. Obviously, it is not important and we cannot live away from this, but definitely spend some time in nature, clear the right channel. The right channel is the one that gives us thoughts, that gives us overactivity of the brain. So clearing the right side and keeping our right channel is in balance is very important to remain in thoughtless state. I'm going to talk about the liver and the right side in a bit, but ice pack, right side, and enjoying the meditation music and stopping planning and overthinking. And if you can spend some time in a nature like this would be wonderful. So cooling your right side is one technique. So I think we covered many of the things on the left side, but we'll talk about the right side and achieving thoughtless awareness. What is thoughtless awareness? Many of you would have been asking, we talk about, many instructors would have talked about thoughtless awareness or achieving the state of thoughtless awareness. Thoughtless awareness is a state that you feel where your mind is devoid of any thoughts, devoid of any reactions, and you feel absolutely connected. It's a state of internal quietness, is a state of stillness, like you see the water without any ripples. It's completely still. That is a state of thoughtless awareness. I would say really blessed are those who can achieve the state of thoughtless awareness in their day-to-day meditation, even for some time. But the best way to achieve thoughtless awareness is keeping our attention inside. And as what Shimataji has mentioned, once you are absolutely thoughtlessly aware, you're one with the divine. Divine starts taking over your activity, every moment of your life, and you just surrender and let go in the flow, and looks after you. You feel completely secured, one with the divine, and enjoy the blessings of the divine. Very high state and a very deep quote Shimataji has been talking about. that how we can achieve. And it comes through surrendering to the power, surrendering to the energy that is within us, and being in connection with the divine. It comes to us slowly in our day-to-day meditations, and as we grow deeper. And as I mentioned, Sahaja Yoga is a journey. That is why I love this picture for Thoughtless Awareness, because it's a journey. It's not a one-day thing. You can achieve it slowly. And those of us who have been meditating for all these years, I would say still, sometimes it's hard to get to that state of thoughtlessness. But it's not hard. In our day-to-day meditation, in our journey of Sahaja Yoga, we all can together come to that state that we can feel that state of internal quietness, that state of depth within us. But in our day-to-day meditation, we can do certain things to help our energy center, help our chakras. And liver is one important organ that helps to quieten down ourselves. In our body, the liver is placed here on the right hand side, just below the diaphragm. And this is how it looks. Liver is a very important organ in the body. Medically speaking, it takes care of our detoxification part of the body, because any toxins, anything get deactivated. It plays a very important role in body's metabolism. So keeping our liver healthy helps in our meditation. As Shimataji was talking about the attention part of the meditation, liver is the seat of attention. It comes from this. If liver is healthy and is in good shape, you feel that your attention become very centered. And keeping the attention pure and centered is very important and can be achieved through liver. So liver is the seat of attention. Cool and healthy liver helps us experience deeper state and enjoy a blissful meditation. So keeping our liver cool and healthy is important to achieve that state of quietness and keeping liver healthy. So liver is actually representative of right Swadhisthana and right Nabhi chakra. So what you may ask, how do I know that my liver is in good shape or not? So right Swadhisthana, the one which is representing in the thumb, and the right Nabhi, the center finger. Right Swadhisthana and the right Nabhi are, if you feel a lot of catches in those, you might have some trouble in the liver that you might need to clear. If you feel you always have a restless mind, and some days might be that, difficulty going to sleep, tossing and turning in the bed, unable to have a restful, good night's sleep, is how it gets affected. You can't feel the joy in the meditation. That is very important. I feel I personally cannot imagine anything that is not joy giving. So no matter how you're meditating, if you cannot feel joy in day-to-day lives, there's something missing, like meditation it's not a serious thing, anything of this. Now, if it cannot pour joy in you, it has no meaning. Life is full of joy, isn't it? So we have to feel the joy in our day-to-day life. Feeling the joy is important. Heat or pain in the liver region, nausea and thinning down are signs of unhealthy liver. So you may ask me, how do I clear my liver? And the simple technique is ice pack. For those of you who would know, ice, you can find it in any store, or just put a bag full of ice, but you can use this ice pack to clear your energy centers. I don't have a picture but you can see the ice pack really looks like this. And I have one for me, because sometimes I feel like I need to quieten down myself and use it on the right side and clear your chakra. So you can place the ice pack on your liver on the right side. You can use some cloth and just place it and use it in your meditation. You can use it while foot soaking also, but just make sure that you are not using ice pack just after the lunch or heavy lunch or dinner. So just give a pause, like 15 minutes to half an hour, and you can clear the liver with the ice pack. Maybe if you have ice pack ready, you can keep it, and in our next meditation, we can use ice pack. Liver diet is very important, because sometimes, if you're eating too much of oily food, too much of food that have red meat in it, a lot of chocolates and ice cream, too much of caffeine, if you're addicted to too much of coffee and cannot imagine your day without 3-4 cups of coffee, then your liver gets affected. So keeping everything in moderation, not that we cannot have tea and coffee at all, but keeping everything in moderation is important. So fried and fatty food, spicy food, too much of spicy food, your liver needs a break. Obviously, all of us enjoy some spicy food, but give some break sometimes. If you feel your liver is too much of thoughts, you're feeling very, jittery, and too much of thoughts coming, just adopt liver diet for some time. take to some cooling food like white rice, yogurt. Ginger is good for liver. Vegetables in salad, organic radish leaf, grape juice, and fruits. The chickpeas are really healthy for liver. So adopt a liver diet for some days and see it makes a difference in your meditation. It makes a difference in your attention and how you're dealing things. So ice pack, liver. We'll listen to one talk of Shrimati while keeping our attention on the Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra that you see here. We can keep our attention there. If anybody has any question, is there a link for Sahaja Yoga meditation music? Yes, we'll post that in the end. So we'll listen to talk of Shrimati while our attention is on Sahasrara. Okay, 1 second. If the volume is low, please feel free to let me know. And this is about Shrimati's advice on everything.
But all the time a person is thinking. These days everybody thinks too much and very futuristic. As a result, it cannot pay attention to all other things. So what happens? The first thing is affected is the liver. Now liver gets all the heat from the whole body and eliminates it. It's poison from the body, you can say, eliminates it into the blood circulation. It goes into the blood. Now when, you see, liver is not attended to or doesn't get sufficient energy, it starts working very hard. So it becomes overactive liver and this heat cannot be removed. So the heat starts rising upward and downwards. As a result, your the lungs are made of, as you know, they are made like a sponge. So it becomes coagulated and you develop asthma. We cure asthma through liver, curable. Then it descends down. When it descends down, it affects your kidneys. By that you get high blood pressure. Also, the another thing you get is constipation. To keep the body cool in summer, first of all, you have to do is to take some ice and rub it on your liver. Keep the liver cool. Don't think too much. Don't take hot things. Like in the summertime, so many people eat those watermelons and things like that. They should be cooled down properly, like even mangoes in India must be cooled down and then taken. All such fruit should be cooled down and then eaten. Some people eat the mangoes just from the tree. That's very wrong. You have to cool it down for 24 hours and then eat it. This we knew, all of us. But in modern times, I don't know if people don't know. All these things add up. Then reduce on meats and fish especially. You should not eat fish in the summertime at all. First of all, it is spoiled, something wrong with it, or else it has phosphorus which ignites. So avoid all these things, eat things which are food. Now especially for India is very easy because we have got something called Gulkand, which is made out of rose petals, which is a very good thing for cooling the liver. Then cardamom, then the candy sugar, sugar itself, all these things will cool down your liver and you will feel very good. The change in your diet is very important. Now there's another falsehood about thank God it's now broken, that the sugar is against our growth and all that. Sugar is very important for attention, especially people who suffer from liver. For example, people who are thin mostly suffer from liver trouble. For them, sugar is so important that if they don't take sugar, they'll become like the sugar cane which is come out of the machine, pressing machine. See, they better take some sugar. Sugar is very important for your liver. Best carbohydrate is white sugar, not the red sugar. Red sugar is not good because it has got molasses. It's very heaty. Now the attention is sustained by liver. If your liver is not all right, your attention cannot be all right. So those people who have a habit, you see, sometimes they'll see through the back of their eyes, go from here to there. They think they are doing something great by doing these things. Such people can never have good livers. So to keep a good liver, keep your eyes down. Don't give them too much work. We are giving too much work to our eyes, and that's how it is keeping our attention all the time wobbled out. And if your attention is out, then you can never feel happy. So the liver sustains the attention. And for you to be best Sahaja Yogi is to put your eyes down.
So continuing with that, our liver definitely, as Shimataji mentioned, gets benefited from cooling things, from cooling devices, from the cooling food that we mentioned in the liver diet. So this is the overall summary. We will move on with how we clear our energy centers, and especially the right channel. So we clear our right channel, as I mentioned, with water also, natural waters, because meditating, foot soaking helps the right channel anyways. So if you can spend some time clearing your right channel, meditating on your, the right channel and clearing the energy centers, that definitely helps. So here we come to an end of right channel. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to let me know. I do some questions. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. Okay, so this is helpful. I'm a liver. Yes, liver. If you are a liver patient, please, you can follow some simple techniques day to day in your meditation to clear your right side. Now I'll come to the left side because, as I mentioned, we haven't spoken about the days when we feel depressed and melancholic and how do we take care of that. So there are not all days are hyperactive. There are some days when you don't want to get out of the bed, you're feeling depressed, lethargic, and those are one of the days that need to be taken care too. So we can use certain techniques to clear our left channel. We can use clemens. We can take care of meditate on Mother Earth. Meditating in the group helps. Like right now, we are meditating in a group, and thanks to the blessing of the online platform that we are here together. But meditating in a group always allows a better flow of vibrations and helps to clear the negativity on the left channel. Enjoying some meditation music and indulge yourself in activities, some positive activities that helps to take care of the left channel. So taking care of left channel is also important because we definitely, especially with the COVID pandemic, when we were homebound, we definitely don't want to land on the left side with feeling depressed or lethargic. And here, the role of candle is very important. Candling plays a very important role, the fire element, to overcome the depression and lethargy on the left channel. So how do we do that? Candle, many of you would know, you just take a simple candle, but obviously take all precautions, don't burn yourself, and take precautions. Your safety is very important. The techniques are techniques, but you have to take care of the safety. So simple way that you can do candle is, I have it ready and I use it very often in my meditation. So you just light a candle on a steel plate or a tray, and then you can clear your left side. The simple way to clear the left side is just like rotating clockwise and clear your left channel. So this is one of the simple ways. I'm not spent too long. on this, but you can keep, either you can while meditating, keep the candle on the left side. This is one technique. The second is just to use in the clockwise manner and clear your left channel, the Ida channel. And we can do it together if you have candle ready. We can meditate with the candle if you would like to. I can put some music on and we can meditate for a minute or so with the candle. So if you have the candle ready, if not, you can just close your eyes and focus on your left channel. And go on to into that time, then you can focus meditating on your So we'll continue. Sorry if the music was too loud. I just wanted to say that you can use a candle in the clockwise manner and clear your Ida channel with that. As we showed, there is a good candling video. Maybe we can share with you later that you can watch in the video if it is not very clear. But we'll continue with our workshops. I hope you're feeling better on your left side after the use of candling on your left channel. If you have any questions at this point, I'd be happy to answer. Any questions?
There's a question in the chat.
Okay, one second.
It says body feels hot around 1 to 3 a.m. Is it liver problem?
My body feels hot around one. Is it a liver problem? Okay, yes. Yes, it could be, because if your body is generally feeling hot, please yourself, besides medical reasons, I mean, it could be that you need to cool down. Sometimes, not always, if I feel that, like I'm too much of overthinking is going on, you can use ice pack just before going to bed. So you can use your ice pack, clear your right side, and then go to bed. Try foot soaking and ice pack before going to sleep and see if that helps you. That would be one thing, but taking to liver diet and taking care of the liver as mentioned would be important. So we spoke about the foot soaking, overthinking, definitely foot soaking, and candling, definitely both helps. Candling, taking care of your left channel with the melancholy and the depression that we were talking about. Lemons and chilies. I'll continue talking about the left channel clearing is with the helps of lemons and chilies. Will not, because of the time crunch. I think don't have a lot of time, but I'm not going to demonstrate how lemons and chilies are done, but I'm going to talk about how they help on the left side, because they are powerful tools too. Lemons and chilies have some coefficients by which they help in clearing, and lemons particularly on the left side and chilies on the right side. So what you do is just vibrate your lemons and chilies, and as somebody was mentioning, you can just vibrate it in front of Shrimatiji's altar, and then continue use that lemon on the left side to clear your left channel, if that makes sense, because lemons have the power of coefficients to absorb all the negativities. I'm not going to do a lot of talking, and there is a talk of Shrimatiji where she talks about lemon. We can listen to that.
For meditating, you should say that, Mother, make me the Spirit. I am the Spirit. Mother, I am the Spirit. You start seeing through the eyes of the Spirit everything. Then you do not feel bad. You laugh at yourself, make fun of yourself, and then you enjoy yourself, you live with yourself, you play with yourself, you joke with yourself, and the whole thing becomes a joke. But for this, when you meditate, you find out first of all what is the matter with you. But not mentally you resolve it. Through your vibrations and mantras. Mantras are very important for Sahaja Yogis. If these mantras could be said loudly, is better in the beginning. That is why in privacy you can do all these things. In your room you can work it out. Now you can use lemons, you can use water, you can use light, you can use ether, akash, you can use sea. All these things you can use to cleanse yourself. Every day you must know which chakra to be cleared up. You must know about yourself, where is the problem, how it is to be cleansed, how we have to clear it out. Do not take it for granted. Many people who have got, say, left-sided problem, you will just bring them lemon and chilies and think that Mother has done the job. I can only do the job temporarily. But if there's a vacuum, again you will suck in. You see, these vacuums within you feel hungry again to have some more. So to take out that vacuum is your job, and for that you have to religiously get after all your defects. That's the most important thing for all of you.
To eat. Is there anything wrong with eating chilies?
No, it suits some people very much. Some people should have, those who suffer from colds, suffer from constipation is a good idea. But don't eat too much of anything. But it's good for some people. Something is good for some people, something is good for some people. You have to just find out. For people who get constipated, it is better to have little of green chilies all the time. It is very rich in vitamin C. It's very rich in vitamin C. It's good for people who catch colds very easily.
No, we should have thought. You know, in their made, we use some things called lemons. Lemons, oranges, and lemons. And those lemons we can vibrate. They are such absorbers of vibrations that they keep the vibrations within themselves. And in the night, the vibrations come up and work on a person and engulf with their senses.
This was a short talk of Shrimati on importance of lemons and chilies that we can use on day-to-day treatments to clear our energy centers. You can just put lemons and chilies under your pillow, or just clear your energy centers on the left side. put a vibrated lemon in the pocket, and then you can clear yourself. Coconuts also, coconuts are the same coefficients and they help absorb negativity. You can vibrate it sometime. You can keep it in your meditation place, keep it in your rooms, and dispose off in a day or two. They're strong absorbance of negative energies. Suppose if you are living in a place where you feel needs clearing, and in that way, coconut also helps. So coconut is very important. Um, we will listen to meditation music and meditate in a bit, but I'm going to talk about having a place for meditation. I think that is also very important, to have a place for meditation, because no matter how much techniques you do, but establishing your daily meditations with a good meditation routine is very important. So those day-to-day tips, practical points that can help improve us. Meditation routine is very important, that we can have a morning meditation, evening meditation, 5-10 minutes daily, how much of time you can do, and foot soak in the evening would definitely help. So we have a place for meditation where we can keep a quiet place and do our daily meditations. That is definitely helpful. While we are doing this, let us, I know we are almost going to end, but we are going to end with a foot soak. So because we have our foot soak bowls ready, we will do foot soak in the end. Having a place for altar is very important, where you can, vibrate things, and it becomes a place for your meditative place. So select a quiet corner that is aesthetically pleasing, away from noise and disturbance, and keep everything handy at place. Because I think, we talk about so many things, but if you have everything handy, it helps, and to use it as necessary, and helps establish vibrations at the abode. So wherever you are living, if you have and can set up that altar, that would be wonderful. Resorting to more natural products is always important, and I cannot stress it more, but many of us are aware, but use more of natural fabrics, cotton, avoiding plastics, using natural soaps and oils, and less of artificial things always helps vibrationally. So this is a very simple technique and tip that we use for day-to-day life, using of more cotton clothes, and avoiding plastics. Good for your body, good for your environment. Taking care of eyes is important, as we mentioned, like looking into your sky. Candle helps to clear your Agya chakra, the sixth chakra, and meditating in nature. Yeah, these are some of my slides, because I think it is important for us to know, as we grow deeper in our Sahaj journeys, that having more natural things and less of plastics is important for our vibration growth. So let us prepare, and we will end the meditation with our foot soaking. So if you have the foot soaking bowl ready, please keep it ready. Otherwise, I can show you. 1 second. So you have the foot soaking bowl ready. For those of you who don't know, just take a dish pan. If you have, put some salt, and we'll be beginning for the foot soak. So I'll take a pause here, and we'll prepare our foot soak bucket for a minute, and we'll be back in a minute. Yes, you can use Epsom salt, someone asked in the chat, but the natural salt is preferred. We can begin our foot soak by raising our energy 3 times and giving ourselves a rainbow shield. We'll begin with clearing our left channel, the right hand towards Mother Earth. We ask Mother Energy, please remove all imbalances, all the barriers on the left channel. If you have a candle, you can use it on the left channel as a signature. Our right hand is towards Mother Earth and the left hand is towards on our palms. Now we take our right hand towards on the lap and with the left hand towards the sky, we clear our right channel. Mother Energy, please remove all imbalances from the right channel. Bring us to balance. Please remove all the overthinking, overactivity, over planning. Please cool down my right side. Please give me thoughtless awareness. We bring both the hands on the lap. Slowly we take our attention from the first chakra to second, to Nabhi, to our centered heart, Vishuddhi, Agya, and Sahasra. So take your attention upward. And then bring it to Sahasra chakra. Mother, please give me a state of meditation. Please let me enjoy the bliss within me. Let me feel the connection to my spirit. Help me enjoy the state of thoughtless meditation. Please allow me to feel the state of thoughtless meditation. We can take our right hand on our sahasrara, massage our fontanelle bones 7 times clockwise. And then bring our hands back on the lap after we are done. And we'll continue meditating, listening to music for 2-3 minutes or so. Once we are done, we can raise our energy, take Bandhan. We can rinse our feet with the clean water that you have on the side. You need to throw the water, not throw in the sink, but you can flush in the toilet. Once we are ready, so I think this brings us to the end of the session. If you have any questions, I do see some questions on the chat. Let me check the chat really quickly. Thank you. Thank you. I know we have been, it's too long for the online, but that's fine. So just, I would say continue meditating. If you have any questions, again, my name is Gunjan. I'd be happy to answer any questions, and I hope this session was useful. So thank you everyone for joining. I will hand over to Sangeeta.
Gunjan, there was a question. Somebody asked, can you put the lemon chili slide again?
Lemon chili slide again.
Yeah.
Okay, I can bring it.
Someone just wants to read it. And will you be sharing this presentations?
Yes, I can share a PDF link for the presentation.
Yeah, okay. Then we can share it with whoever joined.
Sure, I do have a version that I can share. So yes,
You can put on the chat also, people can download right away.
I'm not sure if I have the link right now with me, but I'd be happy to share it.
Sure.
Anything else?
I had a doubt. Question. Okay, I think I heard Mataji in a video telling that we should, if both of our channels are imbalanced, we should go one at a time. So I feel both of my channels are imbalanced, right and the left. So how to go about it?
Yeah, I feel, as we mentioned, that you can clear your left and right channel with the use of Mother Earth, as I had shown in one of the slides, and then continue with your daily meditation. And all the techniques that we have shown are for the left and the right side, foot soaking, candling, clearing your left and right side by using the 5 elements. And listening to Shimataji's talk, foot soaking is definitely helpful. Thank you all. Thank you. I hope this answers your questions.
Gunjan ji, yeah, Jai Mataji, Jai Shri Mataji.
Yes.
Please, can you all share your email IDs in the meanwhile?
I have one question.
Sure.
Like, if you are not, I'm not getting any kind of sensation, I'm not getting any kind of feeling. So shall I continue or shall I stop working on this one? That was my, people keep on saying they're getting sensation and vibration, but I don't think so. I'm getting any kind of, maybe I'm not more devoted towards God, or maybe I have many thoughts and all that thoughts are going on. So shall I continue with this one?
I would say just continue meditating. If you're not able to feel the vibrations, don't worry, as Shimataji has mentioned in the talk that I was playing where Shimataji was talking about. So if you're not feeling vibrations, just continue. Don't worry about it. To tell you from my own personal experience, when I started this meditation, it took me a while to feel the vibrations. For some people, it is instant. For some people, it takes some time. It can take up to weeks and months also. So don't worry. If you're feeling relaxed, I would say, please continue meditating. You're feeling relaxed, it will happen. So just have the pure desire. Please don't stop. That would be my advice.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Even for me, I think for years I didn't feel anything on my hands. So, but I had peace in myself and I had joy. So don't worry about so much about the vibrations in your hands. That's what Shivanaji said. If you feel peaceful, that is also a measurement.
Yeah, maybe, yes. But I think so we have to, first of all, get connected to the God also. That is more important, the entire scenario. So that also has to be there, like full devotion. And sometimes like there are, being a scientific mind now, I can't tell you the things like, the question starts coming in the mind, like we are just raising our hands, doing bandhan and all that. How can it change the things? Like it is just a kind of physical activity. So how can it raise the kundalini? Because it is so difficult to raise the kundalini, as we have heard from many of the people. Like it takes months and years. How can just doing by some simple exercise? Like that is our brain, I'm telling you, brain starts questioning. Like it goes into the scientific analysis. How can only 2 or 3 exercises or activities can help the raise kundalini? Like we might not be worth of it. We are not I don't know, like our kundalini will be raised or not. So that is my question, like only these activities will help us or not?
So first thing is, you said if you are worth it, that's your Vishuddhi, left Vishuddhi, you are condemning yourself that you're not worth. That first thing, it stops your vibrations. Gunjan, am I right saying so? So never condemn yourself. Always have confidence and faith in yourself and in the divine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Right.
Yeah. Never condemn yourself. That's what in Sahaj Yoga we always say. don't think what you have done in the past. Forgive yourself and don't
Okay.
condemn yourself. And
Okay. Thank you.
Kundalini yoga was not easy earlier. People had to go to Himalayas and get everything. But when Shri Mataji came, she was a divine personality, and she worked a lot to help the regular person and help us sitting at home. We can do this. We have to have faith, and we have to have faith in ourselves and in the divine. And if we have to, the mind is the myth. So don't try to work it through your brain or through mind. It has to come. Yeah. Yes.
Sangeeta, I would like to add something here.
Yeah.
Who was the person who was asking this question? I didn't get that.
I think it's
Deepika. Actually, ma'am, we are kind of science students now. So it starts finding logic, like you are doing only one certain activity, and maybe like
Deepika ji,
yes.
I'm so sorry, but I would like to answer it. There's a description to this, because see, it's your sympathetic nervous system which is responding in the form of vibrations on both of your hands, extremities of your hands, right? And this has a logic, because Shri Mataji and your mother Kundalini has the power to do that, to respond to it. So kindly stop doubting it. It's only in the presence of Shri Mataji's photograph, and because you got your self-realization, is that you can feel these vibrations, you can raise the Kundalini, you can put yourself into Bandhan, else it would not have happened. If you talk to somebody who's not self-realized, the people cannot feel the vibrations, they cannot put themselves into the Bandhan. This is a privilege which you have got post your self-realization. It's a grace from Shri Mataji.
Okay.
Hi, this is Lali. I want to kind of speak to that a little bit as well. So I understand when you don't feel vibrations, it's kind of hard not to question, right? And the only reason you don't feel it is because maybe there's some blockage in your Vishuddhi Chakra, and then you don't feel it on your hands. But I'm sure you must feel it inside of you. There was some kind of transformation, and you are no longer the same person since you got self-realization. And when you mentioned when you do these hands movements, I mean, how could that help? So after realization, our hands actually carry energy, right? So when it raises up along the spinal cord, it really does help. Just because we don't feel it, sometimes it's easy to question. But since you had that self-realization, I'm sure you have experienced some change in yourself. So go with that. Just whenever your mind starts doubting, just tell your mind to stop it, and you just follow this. And after a while, you will start feeling more and more changes in you. So I'm speaking to this actually from my own experience. So in the beginning, I'm a type of person that thinks a lot as well, and it was also a slow starter. So I thought maybe I can share some of my own experience. Hopefully you'll find that helpful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for. Yeah, actually, we just think like it is a simple physical activity. Like that was the notion in my mind was going on.
No.
Yeah,
It's not as physical as you are considering it to be. It was rightly said by our dear sister. She rightly shared all these, and Gunjan ji also in the beginning she shared that these vibrations, they are decoding what your state of your chakras is what they decode it for you on your hands. And apart from this, because you say you are a science student, and if you understand that closely, there's always a hypothesis put in front of a science student, and then they go ahead as a researchers to it, that let's see what exactly it is, how does it work, right? So consider it like a hypothesis and keep experimenting, but experiment without doubt. If you cannot be optimistic about it, try to keep a neutral state of mind. And whenever you have a doubt, ask a question in your heart, from Shimataji. Shimataji, this is what I need to bring more clarification to you. And there would be anybody on the team who might be a help to you, anybody from the practitioners, anybody, the seekers, anybody there, you would get the answer from anywhere, from any of her talks, you would for sure get the answer. Just go ahead like a research scholar.
Thank
Okay.
you so much. I will need to drop
Yeah.
off. So thank you all. It was wonderful spending time and great questions. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you, Sangeeta, for having me here. I need to get going. I have some another commitment. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Thank you all.
Thank you. We have lovely session and all the valuable inputs today, Gunjan. Thanks and nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you, Gunjan.
appreciate your time. Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, so we can continue if you have other questions. I think Meena ji, you wanted to